Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So, Happy New Year, by the way, and let's start off with this tutorial. First, I like to start off my eyebrows, right? So, I underline the bottom and the top part, I extend my tail a little bit, and then I fill it in as much as possible without using any extra product. Any leftover product, I like to take it into the corner of my eyebrow and then brush it all out with the spoolie end of the brush. After that, I like to conceal. I use the soft matte concealer from NARS. Oh, it's a very great concealer. Although it's kind of like not as full coverage as I'd like it to be, but it's good. And I underline my eyebrows and diffuse the concealer downwards onto my lid. On the top, I do the same thing, except I diffuse it upwards. Excuse this weirdness, I don't know. Then I just buff it all out with the fluffy brush. Before this, I already used moisturizer, so then I just go ahead and use the primer by e.l.f. This is used in order to make my pores smaller. I then go in with my Hourglass Stick Foundation in the shade Nude. I cannot tell you guys how much I love this foundation. I recently got it and it's been the best thing ever. It's literally like a whole nother mask. Can you guys see that? That's crazy. Anyways, after that, I use the same concealer that I use for my eyebrows. I use another flat brush. It's bigger than the one I use for my eyebrows. And I mainly focus the concealer on the inner corner of my eye, and then like in the excess I just make the little triangle under my eye. I put it on my chin, on the bridge of my nose, and on like around the cupid's bow area and on my forehead. I like to put it in all these places because if I only put it under my eyebrows, it feels like all the light and attention is going to only that spot, and I don't really like how it looks. Here, blending it all out. After that, I decided to take some translucent powder, my Laura Mercier powder, and then turns out that it had pigment on it. So then I just took the blood sugar palette and used the color Tongue Pop and put it on there. But before that, I just decided to go all out of order and, set the rest of my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And later, after this part, we go back into the eyes. So I just use a little small flat smudge brush because I couldn't find any other ones, and just use the same color on the under eye. Then I use the Butter Bronzer Physicians Formula and, bronze myself up. I really like the bronzer, but I feel like the fragrance is so overwhelming to me. I don't know. But the bronzer is amazing. So yeah, just do that. Put it on my cheekbones, on my jawline, and I don't have a big forehead, but I just feel like it gives my face some color. I then use the same Laura Mercier powder and chisel out my cheekbones because I don't like to use contour and bronzer and blush because I feel like it's too much. So I just use bronzer and sort of, use the translucent powder in order to shape out my cheekbones. So this is the first time I tried nose contouring, right? And yeah, it didn't turn out well. So then I just used a clean brush and I blended and blended and blended for like 1,000 years. I used a lot of the excess on one side for the other side, and then I used a translucent powder on the bridge of my nose in order to sort of shape it out more. I use the Lash Paradise mascara and the Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. What the fuck? Yeah, that happened. Forgot about that. I curled my lashes and then I tried putting it on and then that happened. Moving on. You just put about 3 coats of mascara on. You put one on, then you let it dry, and then you put the other one on, and then you let it dry, and then you do it again. Well, yeah, in order to clean that up, I purposely showed this part because I know a lot of people would just clean it up immediately. You're supposed to let the mascara dry so that you don't smudge it around the rest of your face. So once you do let it dry, you can just take it off with a Q-tip and it's very easy. Then I just use the Real Technique sponge that I use for my foundation and just blended it all out together. After my mascara, I took off all the excess powder with this large fan brush. Make sure you take it all off because you don't want that white cast on it. Honestly, this Laura Mercier powder, it's kind of drying, so don't put too much on. After that, I put on blush. I used the Shade and Light contour palette, and I used the shade Lucid, I believe, as a blush. It's kind of a peachy tan color. I then went in with a black eyeliner. I think it was the NYX one, and I just put it on my waterline. I then used the Carly Bible palette, which is super old, but I used the golden shade, and I used the fan brush to put it on. It's always my go-to, you know, that's my holy grail. Put it on my nose, on my cheekbones, and right above my eyebrows, and a little bit on my chin, not too much. After that, I used a lip liner. In order to line my lips, I used the color Rose Bart or Blush. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I used that one. It's by Revlon. I just lined and like filled in my lips a little bit. And then went in with my favorite Dominique Lemonade lip gloss. Because these lip glosses are the bomb. They are not sticky whatsoever. And they are very hydrating. Definitely recommend. Afterwards, I went in with my NARS lip liner just to give it a bit more of color. I do this after in order to for it to put as little product as possible to give me some color but not the whole effect of it. I like the illusion that it gives to my lips, making them look fuller. Well, this is it, guys. Thank you for watching.